had a question from Mrs. Ann Pearcat. Sorry I can't answer you on the YouTube site. For some reason it won't accept your question. Maybe it gets rubbed out after a week. But in answer to the question about the Stobie Poles, whether they get checked or because they're concrete and that, yes, they certainly do rust at the base. Back in 2009, all these Stobie Poles here, I was driving down the road here, and 2 hours after I'd driven down the road, they all collapsed. It was a very windy day, you know, like probably about 80-90 km/h winds, and you can see the size of these Stobie Poles, how big they are. But I think there was roughly about 8, and it brought the lines down, or the Stobies brought the lines down, and there was a couple of cars trapped in between the poles. So go from that pole, big pole there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So probably, I don't know, maybe 240 meters. But yeah, they would have been pretty scary for the people trapped in amongst all these wires. And that's why there's the 2009, that's when it happened. So what's that, 15 years ago. And yeah, they had to replace all these Stobie Poles along here, and I was just lucky I never got caught up in it. And here's a pole that's been had maintenance done to it. So what they do is dig down, find that it's all rusty down the bottom. As you can see, it's rusted through. A nice big thick bit of iron in this sand, salt, air, salt in the soil. So they weld these brackets on either side, cut out all the concrete, drop it down a couple of feet, maybe more, and yeah, they're trying to get rid of that rust, or at least strengthen the pole to give it a bit more of a life. This one is 1989, so you can see it hasn't really lasted that long. So what's that, 11 and 25, 35, 36, 11 and 24, 35 years. What the and yeah, you can see this one probably not so rusted on this side, but they've had to weld 4 plates on it, and yeah, should give it a shelf life of another 30 years. So yeah, here's the first new one, and then come down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And imagine being trapped with those wires all around your car and everything, and you've got to sit in there for a few hours while they try and turn it all off. Wow. And I only missed it by 2 hours. That's just my lucky day. Here's one that was done a while ago, and yeah, look at the size of this pole. Imagine that coming down. It's got to be 15 meters or more. So yeah, they just weld around it. It's got a date on it, but it's way up there. So I'm just guessing. It's these big poles. You can see where it goes down the road here and then turns left and goes down Recreation Parade. So ouch, if they come down, that's not good. Here's a freshly done reinforcing. Looks like they've had to reinforce in the middle section, because that's where they actually rust from. And you can see the plating and everything. How solid, what would it be? Probably 15 mil, maybe even 20 mil. and then yeah, the welded plate on there. So again, these poles would be probably 20 meters, maybe 30 meters. They're high voltage. So yeah, that's what happens to the Stobies. The concrete's normally all right, but the steel's what goes on them. But then I've seen lots in Port Lincoln where they've, the concrete's just exploded from the metal that they used. These bolts go right through to the other side, and they rust and explode the concrete out, and they're all the way up, virtually every metre they're put in. So a good couple. So yeah, and hopefully that answers your question.